Don't look at that one. Don't look at that one. Don't look at that one. Hi, I'm Ty. Welcome to High Anxiety, and we've got a very special presentation today. The HasLab's Deathsaurus. This is the companion piece to the Star Saber that came out. This is the bad guy from the same series, Victory, I believe. And this was crowdsourced by Hasbro through their HasLab setup at $179. I am very excited that this is here. We are going to see the space chicken in the plastic. Here he is. The Emperor of Destruction himself. Whew. Another very fancy box. I really enjoyed the Star Saber box, and it looks like we're getting more of the same. This time under the Transformers Legacy line. Let's get up there. We have Deathsaurus, the Emperor of Destruction, bad guy from Transformers Victory, a Japanese-only series that we did not get here in the States. There he is on his throne with his Breast Force members. So these guys, they're Breast Force. So he's got, his gimmick is that his chest comes off and makes monsters. So, Breast Force.
Like and subscribe.
So there it is. There's the space chicken. Another space chicken up there. He comes with a throne, which is really cool. He's got his two Breast Force Micromaster partners. He comes with a flail, this really cool laser of Super Death. That was like an item in the show. Another cool Transformers printed on there. There's Transformers Victory logo. So, without further ado, let's get them opened up. So much stuff in here. Okay, so here are our Breast Force partners. And then, I guess this is his Space Chicken backpack. Okay, this is his first chest plug-in bit. And as far as I know, that one goes underneath this or replaces it. So you can swap them out. They turn into animals. Very shiny fins for his chest pieces. I'm guessing this is some form of adapter for holding them in place. Or for his Space Chicken backpack. Okay. Space Chicken backpack, maybe? Yeah. Very reminiscent of Laserbeak. He actually does have a mouth, too. Can you? Yep. You can open his mouth up. The eyes, I'm wondering if there are stickers for the eyes, because the eyes look very hard to see. But, I mean, this feels like a modern, well, modern for the time. This feels like a natural evolution of, like, Laserbeak or Buzzsaw. I like the shoulder guns. I'm guessing this is a tail. So yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. So this is his, I guess, tiger. That's what that's supposed to be. His Micromaster partners, because I get the feeling they don't want to refer to them under the Breast Force moniker, which, fine, you know. Just fold up when he's in this mode, like that. Okay, let's get the next box. I have a feeling this is probably his throne and accessories. Gotcha. Okay, yep. So we've got his super powerful cannon, of Ultimate Death. It's got these crazy bug legs on it. That is pretty cool. When it's all open like that. Big old death cannon. Big old pew pew. Pew pew of ultimate pew business. Pew pewpiness. His flail. Flails are not very practical weapons, but man, do they look cool. Look at that throne down in there. It's all bumpy. That's pretty cool. There's for his back to fit. Kind of just looks like melted wax. You know, kind of bumpy on top, like lizard skin. Down here, candle wax. This honestly reminds me more of something from He-Man. Like this is like a Masters of the Universe toy almost. Looks like it's another stand. You know how I am not crazy about those because of how thin they are. I think things just tend to kind of wobble in them. And I'm not crazy about that myself. And the space chicken himself. There he's down in here in his sarcophagus of plastic. Alright, he's got his two Micromaster partners, a boat and an ambulance. Are they Decepticons as well? As far as Micromasters go, I actually really like this. It looks better than a lot of the ones that had come out. Especially, it looks better than the ones that came with Star Saber. Those ones were really weak. Yeah, it just feels so much more solid. It's not coming apart in my fingers. I'm not having to hold it in its transformed form. I don't know why we couldn't have gotten that quality in the past. Set more of this plastic prison aside. Even more accessories down the bottom of the box. Whew. So this is Deathsaurus himself. I like that. Good ratchets. Good crunchy ratchets. That is such a promising sound. There's his big space chicken wings on the back. Chicken claws underneath his arms. I mean, dinosaurs apparently became chickens, so it kind of makes sense. He reminds me of a Godzilla-esque monster. In his robot form, obviously. So, this is the breast force thing. So he's got this door. Any flexibility in the arms going that way? No. Arm can come this way, but only after being unpegged. Can got the rotation there. So, not a ton of flexibility in the arm. So the shoulders, you're not really able to do much with the shoulders, it looks like. That's fine. He feels a little more premium than Star Saber. I kind of feel like maybe they learned from when they were doing Star Saber and put a little more solidness into him because he just feels a little more solid or intact to me. I like the wing. The detail on the wings are great. No huge, like, obtrusive gaps. You got a little bit on the back of the knees, but that's fine. Space chicken head. There's, when you look from the top, you see there's a big bin here. Maybe you could have things right along with them. But let's see about getting his breast force partner installed. All right, I feel like that's back in its cassette-like form. All right, so how does this work? Does it just kind of Okay, okay. So yeah, like that. Like that. How easy is it to get out? Is the next question. And is there like an eject button of some kind? Ooh, okay, so you can push that a lot farther back, but how do you get it out once it's in there? Ah, okay. Looks like he has a hole in his back for pushing it back out. Well, that's great. That is really good. I like the way that's done. Yeah. Push it all the way in, and I guess now we can load the other chest cassette right in front. That is pretty much the way I found him. All right. I guess that's... Is it on there? Looks like it's on there. Okay. I can dig that. That looks good. And let's see, how easy is he to get out? So I guess fold the fins forward so you can get a grip on it. Yeah, okay, let's see if he'll fall out easily. Kind of goes in there pretty easy. It kind of clicks. Once that's in there, you're going to have to push these fins forward if you want to be able to raise his arms, though. That, I don't know if that's an oversight in the design of what they did or if it's just the character itself, because that's his whole shtick, is he has this like really cool chest thing sticking out. And I feel like if you're going to raise those arms, they're kind of in the way, so you kind of got to fold them in. So I guess if you're going to raise his arms, maybe you don't want that chest cassette in, that breastmaster partner. Okay, so we'll take the flail, and you can just store the flail in the bucket here. So that's pretty interesting, right? You know, your bucket on your back to hold your flail. So this plug-in goes on here, and that's how he can hold it like a shield. Okay. So you've got articulation here with the hand, where you can fold two of the fingers. I'm guessing that's for when you're using the gun. So you maybe have fingers on the trigger. So you can do kind of that move. So now he's holding his shield, like so. Base chicken shield holding. You can do the splits. Anytime I would ever show my dad a Transformers, like, but can it do the splits? The gun has the same type of handle. You just socket it in to the hand. So yeah, those two fins kind of sit there into his shoulder, giving it a little extra support. That looks pretty cool. So this is Space Cannon of Doom. I'm not crazy about flails when it comes to action figures, because if the chain is like a solid piece, almost like a statue type thing, and it's used just for posing, that's pretty cool. But the problem is with a lot of them, you just get this effect with action figures. You just have the hand just kind of, the flails just plopping along. I'm not crazy about that. It's a nice looking flail. I think honestly that just would look good, because some of the pictures display, they show it sitting, hanging on the throne, and I think that's really what that's for. Okay, let's get his giant sword out. Because what is an Emperor of Destruction without a crazy cool sword? You can't be much of an Emperor of Destruction if you don't have a crazy big scimitar looking sword thing. God, because of that breast piece, you can't, if you're going to raise the arm up, you've got that to contend with. So yeah, if you're going to display him with the sword, I mean, really any weapon, his hands can't be any higher than this. Or sorry, his arms can't be any higher than this. You can kind of cheat by doing that, or maybe by doing that. You can cheat a little bit. But that's only going to take you so far, especially with these things being able to come off. Yeah, I don't see myself posing him much in sword mode with the way he's built. If they had just done something so I could lift that arm this way, oh, that's going to kill me. It really limits how you can pose him. If anything, I could see myself just going space chicken mode, you know? What is the red one's name? So you've got tiger chest and eagle chest. Okay, a little on the nose name-wise, but I can dig it. Oh, that's awful. That is awful. That's his thing? That's his thing? He's a weapon? I like him more in this mode. Like, it's not as pronounced, it's not as crazy looking, but, I mean, I can raise the arms all the way. That's nice. I feel like you can get a little more dynamic with the posing. I think for $179, though, I don't think I'm asking for too much, being able to raise arms. It's definitely comparable to a combiner. Okay. You come out, we'll pop tiger chest back in to show him off. And so this becomes a gun. Woof. Look at that. That is a very disappointing gun. I could see with probably the 80s toy being a little, or 90s, I guess very late 80s, early 90s. This might be a little more menacing. But in modern day, that's pretty weak. I am not crazy about it. Like, look at the down angle here. Like that, I feel like he's just holding a box with prongs on it. I mean, yeah, we can throw the blast effects on it, but we've all seen blast effects at this point. You are going to be a ton of fun to get back in the box. Just a ton of fun. Pew pew? Little pew pew? More cute cute? You know? I mean, yeah, it's a gun of some kind. This is not the mode I'm showing off for Eagle Chest, which is his name. Fold you out into your eagle form. And I missed, he's got a tail. It comes out like that. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty cool. See, yeah, you got that move going on. Dive bombing. This definitely just feels like an evolution of Laserbeak. I like that a lot. As far as Minicon type partners go, I dig Eagle Chest. Pop Tiger Chest off. So let's say in this mode, we're just going to go with his basic naked chest, which I still think looks fine. It's obviously a little flat, but, you know, it's going to be because of the way he is. And we stand chests of all size in this house. So it clips together with the face. So using it as a bow and arrow, it sits on the inside of his arm. As far as bow and arrows go, it would just make way more sense for it to be on the outside, but I get they're probably going for this is how he was in the cartoon. I have not actually watched Victory. And so the arrow goes on the top of him. This piece on the chest flips down, and that's what holds the arrow. So you plug the arrow in here. It's a really thick piece of plastic. It's kind of hard for it to fit into that slot. So he can bend his arm that way. I always felt like I was breaking it. The more complicated they are, the harder they are to stay pegged together when you're trying to do this dynamic stuff that, you know, that they advertise. Okay, we got it? That is how he looks when he's trying to shoot an arrow. All right. All right, took a bit of fumbling, but we got it. This is a really great angle to look at it from. That looks pretty sick. I can dig that. That has a good vibe to it. Okay, so that comes up. That folds out. So this whole assembly, there we go. It's out like that. Now you can get those legs around. Every time I want to fold it, that wants to come off more. That's kind of a pain. Yeah, okay. Look at that crazy mouth guy. That looks great. I like that. It's got a lot of character to him. Hey. It's kind of complicated, but I'm liking the animal partners. Let's get him into his throne. That ratchet for raising the arm terrifies me. This part here on his chicken neck literally slots into the top of this throne. That is a great mechanic for getting him to actually stay in the damn thing. I was worried he was just going to like fall right out, but yeah. Look at that thing. Yeah, okay. That is tight. You got your Decepticon insignia there up top. Chicken wings are still there, not in the way of sitting down. I like this. He's got a base that this pegs into. Oh man, this will be how this has to be how you show him off. The Emperor of Destruction. That is just really cool looking. Let's check out the two Autobots that came with him real quick before we get into transforming him and the nightmare that will ensue inevitably. So we've got two Autobots. They're just straight up Micromasters. I love the look of them. Look at that. So him alone, he feels so much better than the Micromasters that came with Starsaver. Those were literally just repackaged of the ones we've had before from the Micromasters from the Siege era. This doesn't feel loose. It's not flopping around in my hand. That just looks so much better. That's the other thing I really like about Micromasters. They'll tend to have a very similar transformation, making it very quick. The detail on these guys is great, too. The fact they've got painted hands. Look, it's actually got painted hands to differentiate it from the rest of his body. I really like how these look. What's up, dude? The head's got really decent turning points. So you left, right, but you can also look up. You can kind of look down.
I like the Decepticon logo on his head.
That,
oh, that's not. What is
no,
that?
that's just the fin on his head. But it looks like it. See, it is that.
Yeah, I saw that from the corner.
That is essentially that symbol. So that is that. He comes with a throne. Because what kind of badass Emperor of Destruction are you if you don't have a throne?
I just saw it.
It kind of looks like melted wax and lizard scales on top. And as you can see, it sockets in there.
How many tries do you think it took him to be able to do that and sit down with the wings on?
Very, very, like 5.
Okay.
5 solid attempts.
It's amazing. Are you going to display it in the throne?
I really want to.
I think it looks great.
But his transformed form is so stupid funny. He becomes a space chicken.
Oh. This was a Kickstarter?
This was the HasLabs, like our Proton
I said
packs.
2 things that were not correct, but
well,
meant the same thing.
They meant the same thing. They meant the same thing.
How much did this cost?
$179. So I mean, less than some Titans.
Are you happy with it? Because I can.
He's a lot better than Starsaver. You remember when we did Starsaver?
I looked at this and like the quality just looks a lot better.
Yeah, he feels a lot better than Starsaver. All right, that's your job now.
No, they're straight. That part is straight, and then this is the only bend.
Oh,
it's
gotcha.
like a chicken leg.
Yeah.
Space chicken.
He just looks so silly. So we've got his little chicken arms.
You have his feet spread, his toes spread.
Oh, his toes can spread.
His mouth
Look at
opens.
those toes. Look at those toesies.
And then it says to build. It says to put the backpack. You already have the backpack in.
Yeah.
Now you're making this guy.
All right. Oh, because his breasts now go on his back. So his breasts will come back here onto his back. Are we going to censor every time I say breast? I don't think we should. So his breast force partner plugs onto his back. All right, so there's the first one. Caca. A caca, I said. Caca. You know, as far as a HasLab's exclusive goes, I'm liking this a lot more than I did Starsaber.
Yeah.
He feels so much more stable
You don't. It doesn't.
than
Like
Starsaber.
I know that you brought expansion kits for some things right away,
Yeah.
but like I'm looking at this, and other than like a few little details, I don't know what you would expand on.
Right. He really feels complete. Honestly, the only thing I would do is there's some stickers I might want because his partners don't have his eye. The eyes don't really look visible. That's like the one change I might make.
And then
Oh, I
that
see
clicks
it.
into
Yeah.
It goes inside the gold thing if you can. Show off that camera. Show what it's made of.
Say hello to my little friend. Space chicken!
You got that, there's that action stand. You got that action stand?
Space chicken!
What came first, the space chicken or the energon?
I'm going to say Energon.
I'm going to disagree.
I mean, it's okay to be wrong.
Yep, action pose.
I have a little red piece.
Oh,
There it is.
piece.
Hold that.
What are you doing, Daddy? What are you doing? Daddy?
Just a little hole up here. It's got a little itty bitty hole right there on his backside. And then that.
I'm getting old.
So if you're getting old, I'm old.
That's cool.
Caca!
Look at that display.
Caca! I'm a space chicken. Deathsaurus, the space chicken. What's that jaw do?
Yeah. It's got a herd coming out. Oh yeah, it's a little wobbly.
It's
but
a
it's
not
not
but
bad at all.
way better compared to how Starsaber was. And if you go and do this move, if you put his feet there,
Then it's just attack mode.
yeah.
Attack mode stomping.
But do you remember with Starsaber, it was like wow, wow, wow. One mod I would like
Space
is
Rat.
something to cover up the visible fists. I've never been a fan of anything to do with visible
It's true. He
fists.
said like 4 videos.
Yeah. Visible fist syndrome is a real problem that some Transformers face. I am happy I got this one.
I'm happy too. That's my favorite one I've ever seen.
Even though I'm not crazy about Starsaber, though, I will definitely pose him with him. I think
Same
that
line.
part will look cool. Because they're from the same show. They're both from Victory. God, he would look great with Godzilla figures. If they ever do a Godzilla crossover, I could see them using this mold.
Yeah, you can at least do
Yeah.
You can at least do this real quick. Oh, look at the size difference.
Yeah, this
From
kid.
this one.
Caca! As I'm happy I got him. I was apprehensive after Starsaber. I almost canceled it. But
Yeah.
I am really happy. I held out, just went ahead and did it. He is going to look really great with the others. I'm enjoying him. He was worth the wait, and I definitely see myself being more of a Deathsaurus Space Chicken fan now. Yeah, I would say thank you very much, HasLabs. I feel like you've really delivered on this one. I'm Ty.
I'm here for a little bit. I'm Brandon.
For a little bit. And this was Transformers Thursday, a very special HasLabs Deathsaurus premiere. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and check us out on Twitter and Twitch.
Bye.
Bye.